We are live. Welcome to the last day of my 21-day meditation challenge. We've done it. Thank you for showing up for the past 20 days and today. And I'm grateful to myself for showing up for myself too, and for showing up for you. And I thank you for showing up for yourself and for showing up for me. We are in this beautiful time and space where we are co-creating and we're showing up for each other, and we are contributing to each other and to the collective energy, and we are playing a part. So I have enjoyed sharing this space with you, and I am looking forward to sharing this last session in this series today. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you, this space with you. And whatever that you have learned in this challenge, you can cultivate that habit in your own life and practice it as a daily stillness practice. And if you wish to do it again with me, the playlist is in the description. You can begin from day 1 again and go through the 21 days again. Because the more we practice, the better we get. You can strengthen this new habit that you're cultivating of sitting in stillness and being in awareness, bringing yourself back to the breath, to the present moment, being here, remembering who you are and coming home to the true self every single day. So if you've been feeling lost, if you've been feeling stressed and you've been lost in your life, in your journey, you don't know where you've been heading and you want to come home, but you just don't know where to go and what to do, then you have come to the right space. In this series of 21 days, we have grounded ourselves in stillness in the first week and worked on some emotional healing, some emotional wounds. And then the third week, coming back home to the true self, tuning ourselves back to the frequencies of who we truly are, of forgiveness, of gratitude, of pure joy, pure bliss, divine pure love. And here we are today, the last one in the series, day 21. I am whole. Often we tell ourselves that we are broken, we are damaged, we're lost. And no matter how lost we feel, we're never lost. We're always on the path. Even though it may feel sometimes like I have no idea, I am completely lost in the middle of this forest and I don't know how to find my way out. I can't even hear my sat nav. We may feel that way sometimes, but if you learn to just sit in stillness, practice sitting in stillness for a few moments, closing your eyes, bringing your awareness to your breath, you'll begin to learn how to listen to the internal sat nav, the internal guidance, that intelligence that guides us all. The voice, that very subtle, gentle voice, because the world is so noisy, the physical world is noisy, and that's why we're not able to hear the subtle whispers of the soul. But when we learn to sit in stillness, in silence for a few moments every single day, taking this time out to show up for oneself, that's when you can begin to hear the guidance, the voice of the true self, the divine spirit within. And so whatever stories we tell ourselves, sometimes we tell ourselves that we're broken, we're damaged because of certain situations that we've gone through, certain experiences that we've gone through. And we may perceive those experiences as painful. And although it may seem that way, it may seem very real that way, but it isn't, because nothing in the physical experiences that we go through in this human world, nothing is real, because reality is something else. Reality is the unseen. But we go through the seen experiences in this world that helps us to come home to that unseen reality. So when we tell ourselves, oh, my heart is broken, often people do that when they go through some painful relationship or they lose somebody, and we casually use the phrase of being heartbroken. But in reality, the heart is not broken. The heart can never break. It is just an energy. The physical heart does not break, and the energetic heart does not break either. It is only those moments of void that we feel in that separation, when we perceive the experience to be painful. In that moment, we feel a void, we feel a disconnection, and that's what we think or we interpret as heartbroken. But in reality, our heart center is just energy. It's an energy center. It's just energy, a vortex of beautiful energy. So it can never be broken, because energy never dies. Energy never ends. It continues forever. And we are all energy beings, always continuing in our journey. For a short time, we are in this physical body, and then this physical body comes to an end, and we go into another physical body, and so on, and the story goes on. But the essence, the true spirit of who we really are, that continues. That never comes to an end. And so nothing is broken, nothing is damaged. And today in this session, this is what we are going to affirm to ourselves, just to reinforce that information within us. And if we have been telling ourselves that we are broken, we're damaged, to just gently let it go and come back home to the true self, that nothing is ever broken, because we are energy beings. Energy never dies, energy never breaks. And so let's begin today's session. I am whole. As usual, always begin a meditation practice with a big exhale through the mouth. Long and slow. And after the exhale, you can just stay there for a few moments, not in a rush to inhale. Allow the inhale to come in naturally when you're ready. And it will go naturally into your belly where you have made space. So when we begin a practice with a big exhale from the belly, we are making space in our lower abdomen for the inhale to naturally come in there. And then we hold it for a moment. And then we exhale again, long and slow. And hold it there for a few moments. And then inhale when you're ready, just naturally. And once you feel the calmness in your body, because you've released whatever it is that you've been holding on to, we hold a lot of stuff in our belly, emotions, worries, fears, etc. And whatever it is that we've been holding on to, they're just energies. Whether we call them stress, whether we call them overwhelm, whether we call them worries, They are just energies. And so when we exhale and let go, we make space. And in that space, the inhale will happen automatically. We don't have to make an effort. And then if your body has been tense, or if you feel that there's any tension, just drop your shoulders and come into your comfortable position, whatever it is, and just relax your shoulders, drop your shoulders, do a few exhales through the mouth. And then just allow the breath to come into the natural state. As you make space in your belly, your inhale will go naturally all the way into your belly. Hold it for a moment, then exhale through the nose, long and slow. And hold it for a few moments. See, when you exhale, if you hold it for a few moments without the rush to inhale, without rushing, then your body, in those moments of pause, your body can completely relax. So allow yourself those few moments of pause after your exhale. And you can make this a life practice whenever you feel overwhelmed, or even if you're not feeling over, just generally as you're sitting still for a few moments, just practice it. Because the more we practice, it becomes a habit for the body, and you will naturally begin to breathe in that way. So breathing all the way into your belly, hold for a moment, then exhale through the nose and hold for a few moments, not rushing to inhale quickly. And then inhale whenever you're ready. No pressure, no forcing yourself to hold it for too long either, but just as you're comfortable. 2-3 breaths. You can pause for 2-3 moments, 3-4 moments, whatever is comfortable to you. And whenever you're ready for the next in-breath, let it come in naturally without any effort. And this is our body's natural way of breathing. And now that you are in this state of breathing, your body is relaxed, because your body receives the signal that all is well. When we breathe in all the way into our belly, this is our natural breath by design. And in that, we signal to the body that all is well, all is calm, all is good. There's no threat, there is no danger. So feel this sense of peace in your body, and the stillness in your body, and the stillness in your thoughts. And if there are some thoughts that are coming in, that's fine. Gently observe them, watch them, say thank you, and let them go. For now, I will deal with it later. Just sitting in stillness, coming home to the true self, because it is in these moments of stillness that we find clarity. In the same way as disturbed waters, after a heavy rainfall, the river gets disturbed because the soil gets disturbed, the flow gets heavier because of the excess water. Due to the heavy downpour, there's more water flowing in from the higher hills or mountains, and therefore the water gets dirtier or browner, and there is more force and more turbulence in the water. And that's exactly how our mental faculties are when we keep ourselves constantly bombarding ourselves with so much information all the time, and the constant replay of emotional wounds, sometimes unconsciously or most of the time unconsciously. From past wounds, we keep it playing. But when the weather calms down, it's a sunny day, the river has settled down now, the water has calmed down, and it's all beautiful and clear now. You can see in the shallower portions of the river, you can see the bottom of the river, you can see the rocks there, you can see some fish there, you can see some plants there, because the water has now become clear in these moments of calm, of a calm sunny day. And so when you sit in stillness, it is the same. The river, the turbulent river that flows through our brain, the thoughts that come, the thoughts that are being played out unconsciously, all of them settle down as you sit in stillness. Just for a few moments, closing your eyes and just allowing whatever comes initially to come and go. And after a while, it would all settle down like the beautiful sunny day, all calm, and the river is crystal clear. You can see everything, and you become crystal clear. You see with clarity. And this is what stillness does, sitting in stillness. And as you sit here today in stillness, just bring your awareness, bring up a thought, a memory of something you told yourself recently or a long time ago, that you were damaged, you were broken because of this, because of something you went through. You told yourself you're broken. You told yourself you're not good enough. You told yourself stories of lack. Stories keeping yourself in a limited mind space. Whatever it is that you told yourself, just bring up one memory during this meditation. And just breathe with it. Be aware of what thoughts come in, what feelings come in, and how does the body feel when you're thinking about that. I got damaged because of this, because of him, because of her. Whatever we tell ourselves. Just listen. Whatever comes up, just listen to it. And say thank you. I forgive them. If you've been holding somebody responsible for that brokenness or for that damage, then remember that life is a mirror. No one is responsible for our lives. We are responsible for ourselves, no one else. Others are just catalysts to show us in the mirror what it is that I need to see. Because I didn't have the time to see, or the knowledge to see what it was that I needed to see. So life brings the opportunities, the mirrors, to show you what it is that you need to see in order to grow, in order to expand in your journey. So when you shift into this place of knowing why things happen, why experiences come into our lives, why people play a part in our lives in whichever way, good or bad, Bad is only because we perceived it that way. Nothing is bad. Everything is good. Even the so-called bad ones are good. So when you teach yourself to shift into this perspective and look through this lens, you can begin to say, thank you. You can easily forgive. I forgive you, for you didn't know what you were doing. I don't know what you were going through. So you did what you did. Although at the time I was angry and I held you responsible, but now I see it as an opportunity for me to grow. Because if I keep holding on to the hurt and the damage and the stories of lack, then I am just keeping myself there contracted. I am not going to expand. Because such is the nature of fear, of anger, of worries, of resentment, of shame, of guilt. They keep us contracted. And we're not here to remain in that contraction. And that's what we call suffering. And we're not here to remain in suffering. When the contraction happens, we call them suffering. And we're not here to suffer. We're here to learn from it. We're here to grow. We are here to expand. So simply express your forgiveness and gratitude. I forgive you. For you didn't know what you were doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I forgive myself. And I am now so grateful for this opportunity to heal, to let go of those perception of damage, of brokenness, of lack that I had told myself. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to come home to the truth of who I am, to the wholeness of who I am. I was never broken. I was never damaged. I am whole and I am complete. I have always been that way. In the energy of divine pure love, pure bliss, in the energy of gratitude, of forgiveness, of self-compassion, I have always been whole. I just didn't know when I stepped out and I kept myself in separation, away from the soul, away from who I truly am. And I didn't know that I was keeping myself there. And telling myself the stories of separation, thinking that, believing they were real. And now I'm learning they're all stories made up. The brain is designed to make up stories. The brain is designed to resolve if we perceive something as a problem. And so it's always making up stories to find a solution for ourselves. And sometimes we believe in those solutions that are presented to us by our mental faculties. None of them are true. No matter what you have endured, no matter what happened to you, you are always pure light, pure love, pure joy, pure bliss, pure peace. You are always that. You're always whole and complete. When you learn to let go of these stories of separation, or learn to cultivate the habit of listening to the stories of separation, the veil automatically drops, and you can see that you are whole. You've always been whole. You, as the divine spark, a fragment of the source creator, the source energy that orchestrates this entire universe. You are a fragment of that energy. How can you be damaged? You are light. You are whole. You are divine, pure love. And as you cultivate this habit of speaking to yourself in this way every single day, sitting in stillness for a few moments, connecting with yourself, coming home to the true self, you are nourishing yourself. You are nourishing the soul that you are. And you are growing, because what we nourish, we grow. Unbeknown to us, we have been nourishing the one that isn't truly us. The outer physical reality that seems so real isn't the reality, the true reality. And we've been nourishing that because nobody taught us how to nourish the soul, the true self. But now you are learning to do this. And you can do this every single day. Simply sit for a few moments, closing your eyes, tuning into your awareness, into your breath, tuning into your body, and affirm to yourself, I didn't know what I was doing, so I simply let go. Every story of suffering that I told myself, I now let them all go into the light, all cleansed and transmuted. And I'm learning to come back to who I really am, the divine light, the divine spark, the divine pure love. And in this space, I am whole. I am home. I am whole. I am complete. There is no danger. There is no threat. All is good. I am home. I'm safe. I am whole. And in this, you come back to the harmony that you are. That's your natural state. Peace, bliss, harmony, balance. This is all our natural state of being. And as you affirm to yourself every single day, I am whole, I am complete, I am safe. You bring yourself back to divine harmony between the body, mind, spirit, all layers of your energy bodies. You become one in this wholeness. You are whole. You are complete. You are safe. I am whole. I am complete. I am safe. And on this note of safety, I'm bringing a close to today's session. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And I have enjoyed sharing this space with you through this 21-day series. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, stay well. I'm sending you so much love.